I wanted to take a look at the practice quizzes that I gave you. We'll look at both of them. I just want to kind of go through the solutions. Now, I'm also going to put up the study guide on the haiku page just so you have it. So I just want to just show you something real quick here, which is everything you need to know about the first page you can find in these resources here. And then I do a review of Kepler's laws. Some things I want you to know about what features of Earth make it hospitable to life, and kind of an examination of why other planets in the solar system are not. We've got a few basic equations related to force, escape velocity, and Kepler's laws, and that's really what we're covering in this quiz. So, strange. We actually do quite a bit in this class, which I only say that because we do a lot of sort of popular science readings, and which is great. We're doing things that are interesting, but I think it's great that we're actually also getting through so much of the interesting material that makes astronomy such an interesting class. So, with that in mind, the planet that has no atmosphere and is close to the sun is actually Mercury. And by the way, just to be clear, if you're wondering about the order of the planets, it goes Mercury, well, that was a weird M, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and then Neptune. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily say you need to memorize that, but it is just kind of a good thing to know. Now, second one, this planet has a runaway greenhouse effect and has a temperature on the surface hot enough to melt lead. That is actually Venus. Apparently, it also has skies of sulfuric acid. All right, the largest of the gas giants, and in fact, the largest planet in the solar system is Jupiter. And then the planet that essentially spins on its side, that is Uranus, one of the gas giants. Now, it actually turns out there are 4 planets that have rings, but I thought I'd give you a break and just name 3 of them. So I always go with Saturn as the most obvious choice. Jupiter also has rings. Uranus, we found rings when we did a flyby. And it actually turns out Neptune has rings as well. So any of these 3, E, F, G, and H, would have been acceptable choices. So it actually turns out there are 4, but I only asked for 3. And then the one that is Saturn's moon is Titan. It is actually Saturn's second biggest moon. Pluto is a source of controversy. A lot of people said, yes, Neptune is the furthest out, and then they wrote Pluto in parentheses, so I know some of you are still pretty salty about that. But as far as I can tell, we're keeping Pluto as a dwarf planet. They're trying to come up with ways to make it a planet, but that's just, you know. So this planet used to have liquid water, still leaves evidence of that to this day. Now, new discoveries say that it might actually have liquid water beneath its surface, but at least on the surface, we detect very little liquid water. And then these 3 planets and Earth comprise the rocky planets. These are, in fact, the inner planets of Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. So Mercury, Venus, and Mars, A, B, and C. And you'll kind of notice I actually arranged the planets in the order of their distance from the sun. So that is page 1 of the practice quiz. We'll take a look at the second page in the next video.